I have asked ChatGPT what is the most probable scenario for the bull market in 2025. What are we going to see? Guys, and in today's video, I'm going to go with you over all the data that ChatGPT actually has been telling me. And I can tell you already, it's pretty realistic and it's very interesting because this helps us to already a little bit imagine certain scenarios for future events, which can help us make better trading decisions whenever that scenario is unfolding or whenever that scenario is not unfolding and we need to adjust the way we look at the market. So guys, let's jump straight into it. And yeah, well, let's have a look at the data. This is basically the structure on the Bitcoin chart. But let's have a look at the data, guys. That's very important. So first of all, the ChatGPT thought about how or what is the most probable outcome for the Bitcoin top in this bull market. And the first data that ChatGPT basically looked at for a Bitcoin top is the 4-year cycle, which is very interesting because he was calculating when Bitcoin is going to top after the halving. Well, that is basically the 4-year cycle. It is a little bit debatable whether the halving has that effect on the Bitcoin price or whether it is just emotional cycles in the markets. We'll leave that in the middle, guys, because that doesn't really matter for price predictions. We don't need to know exactly what causes these price movements. We need to know the ebb and flow of the price movements in order to be profitable in the markets. So ChatGPT expects Q2 2025. So that is very soon, guys. We are right now in Q1. He expects Q2 a Bitcoin top. And he said historically Bitcoin tops out 12 to 18 months post halving, making April-June 2025 the most likely peak period. The return on investment from halving is decreasing over cycles due to market maturity. This is also called diminishing returns. A reasonable 6x from the 2024 halving, which Bitcoin was trading around $60,000 would put Bitcoin's peak at $140,000 to $180,000. This is a very big zone, of course, but you gotta imagine that when we have a blow of top event, like, it is pretty crazy. It can double in a very short amount of time. Like in 2017, we went to 10K, shoot to 20K, and then directly went down. So that's called a blow off top. That's reaching an extreme, reaching a climax in the emotional state. And I find this actually very realistic. 140 to 180K, somewhere in that. If Bitcoin reaches these levels, I think taking profits, even though when we are 140, 150, 160, definitely worth to take some profits there, guys. Then Bitcoin dominance, and this is going to be interesting as well. Bitcoin dominance measures the share of the total crypto market, Bitcoin share of the total crypto market cap. We all know that the higher the Bitcoin dominance, the more liquidity focused on Bitcoin. The lower the Bitcoin dominance, the more liquidity is flowing into altcoins. So Bitcoin dominance peaks before major alt seasons. We know that as well. Previous cycles, 2017 bull run, 64% in December. So that was at the end of the bull market before alts exploded in January to 18. 2021 peaked at 72% in January 2021, also when Bitcoin topped. So I think with the altcoin season, we have been trading XRP very successfully right here on the channel. This was an exception, but generally, guys, the real altcoin season, the real altcoin gains where it goes really crazy happens after Bitcoin topped or right before Bitcoin topped in the bull market. Because then a lot of that Bitcoin profits are flowing into altcoins. 2025 expected Bitcoin dominance to peak near 55-60% in Q2. Well, we are already at those levels. Then altcoins take over. Alt season based on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin-led rally Q1, Q2, 2025. Well, that we are seeing right now. I believe with the 60-day cycle low that we've put in, I think Bitcoin can rally. We will go to new all-time highs in the next coming weeks and months ahead, I believe. Large cap altcoins outperform Q3. So then we get like Ethereum, maybe another rally in XRP. But I'm not really sure about this, to be honest, because we see a little bit different different behavior from altcoins. So I believe, for example, that Litecoin can be an exception here because the chart of Litecoin just looks very interesting and very bullish and has been holding actually pretty strong in this whole correction in Bitcoin too. Mid-small cap mania in Q4 of 2025, so the end of this year, Bitcoin dominance completely collapses, guys. And I find that pretty realistic, although I do believe that this could happen a little bit earlier as well. But this is the analysis from ChatGPT. Then which things he took into consideration as well. The MVRV Z-score measures when Bitcoin is overvalued relative to historical fair value. Bitcoin topped when MVRV hit 7. Current cycle expected to hit similar levels in Q2 2025. So we can really see ChatGPT expects Bitcoin to have the bull market top around Q2. That is, of course, a range of 3 months in 2025, roughly between 140 and 180,000 US dollar. Stock to flow model suggests Bitcoin should be valued at 100 to 200k post halving. Well, that's also in the range of the targets. Pi cycle top indicator, for the ones that don't know that, that's a certain 2 moving averages, and they have been very accurate in the past. When they bearish cross, it has been showing that Bitcoin topped, and when they bullish cross, it has been showing that Bitcoin bottomed. So historically, crosses when Bitcoin reaches cycle top, that's true. Likely trigger again, guys, April, June, so Q2 this year. Then, altcoin market cycles. Altcoins historically follow a similar pattern after Bitcoin tops. That's true. Often ETH leads altcoin season when breaking out against Bitcoin. I think we can see that right now as well. Liquidity rotation. Bitcoin pumps first, large caps, and then followed by mid and small caps. I believe, guys, that this bull market will be slightly different because we already have seen XRP pumping before Ethereum, and I believe we are going to see Litecoin. We actually already see it, Litecoin pump before Ethereum too. The interesting about this whole behavior is that this exactly happened in 2017 as well. This bull market looks a lot like 2017, which basically means that, yeah, generally maybe we are going to see in very rough lines Bitcoin, large caps, small caps. But in between, we're going to have exceptions like XRP, Litecoin, which are... XRP is kind of like a large cap, definitely right now, especially. Litecoin is, I would say, more a mid cap altcoin. Alt-season timing based on past data, Q3 large caps, okay. But this is also another thing. Sol rally we already have seen. Maybe Sol is going to rally even higher. But we have seen already a lot of outperformance from Sol. AVAX have not done this yet, and Link also not. Q4 mid and small caps 10 to 50x, the final blow off. Guys, things get really, really crazy. Then the conclusion, guys. I will jump to the conclusion in a second. I first want to show you, I have some trades open like I shared in my previous video as well. Those are in the loss right here on Bitunix. I was a little bit too prematurely opening some longs. Nevertheless, I want to share them anyway, also when they are not in a profit. I have some opens, long opens on VMAX as well. Those are both in the profit right now, and I have to say, guys, these are very beautiful exchanges, Bitunix and VMAX, because on Bybit I personally cannot trade with leverage. I'm also not a fan of using a high leverage. As you can see right here on Bitunix, my highest leverage is a 10x, which means that I have a very low liquidation price. So Bitcoin needs to reach 67,000 for me to be liquidated from this position. Actually a little bit higher, because the liquidation price will be recalculated once the price goes lower, and Ethereum needs to be at 1800 or something. So that's, I have a lot of margin basically for the price to come down, which I believe is very interesting, because normally when you have these wicks, these liquidation events, if you have a high leverage, it's difficult to protect yourself against these events. And for example, right here on the VMAX platform, I only have a 4x leverage, and I'm using my Bitcoin, part of my Bitcoin and a part of my Ethereum as my margin. So I just send some Ethereum, I put leverage on that, so I earn 4 times. If Ethereum goes up, I earn 4 times as more as I would do if I normally hold Ethereum. And my liquidation levels are also pretty low right here. Can Bitcoin reach 67, 68,000? Yes, definitely. And then I'm going to probably take a loss. But nevertheless, I'm willing to take the risk because I'm seeing some opportunities right here. And if you like to trade, guys, we have a special discount for BitTunics for all the subscribers of the blockchain today. If you join with the affiliate link down below, and that also counts for Phoenix, by the way, you will get a VIP free account for 1 month, including discounts on your trading fees, but you'll get a deposit bonus as well. So if you deposit 500, you get 50 USDT deposit bonus. If you deposit 10,000, you get 1,000 deposit bonus. Sometimes, and I did this actually on BitTunics as well in the beginning. I just traded with my deposit bonus, and I actually, all the profits that I made only with the deposit bonus, I withdraw to my wallet. I actually flipped it to Dash because I wanted to buy Dash anyway, and I withdraw that. So every time you lose money, they will take it from the trading bonus, and whenever you win money, that money is basically withdrawable. So that is pretty nice. And on Femex too, if you join with the affiliate link down below, you will get a 1 month VIP free account. So guys, let's go to the conclusion, and then we are going to the chart, which is going to be the most interesting part of the video. So, the Q1 of 2025, that's where we are right now, February. We are going to enter March. 85 to 110k for Bitcoin. This is really super realistic, right? With the 60-day cycle low being formed now, once that's finished, Bitcoin can go up again. Definitely go back to 100, maybe 110, reach new all-time highs. Definitely possible. Q2 2025, where we are going to see acceleration. This is going to be more question, is this going to happen, yes or no? I find it realistic. It's entertaining to think about it. Bitcoin tops in that period. And then we can see retail starts to be euphoric. The news will be full of Bitcoin and, a lot of Bitcoin strategic reserve. A lot of narratives will be manifested out of this. Then Q3, we are going to see the Bitcoin downtrend starts. So Bitcoin starts to roll over. Maybe goes first a bit sideways, roll over. These profits will roll into the large caps, generally in Ethereum, maybe Solana. I'm not really sure how strong that token is going to be. I'm not in Solana. AFEX, I think the chart looks very good. Then Q4, Bitcoin is coming down and bear market begins, altcoin mania. And then where we can see the small caps, guys, the ones that we are investing in right now, Filecoin, DYDX, and many more, completely explode, and that's where the real profits are made. And it's so important that you are able to take out those profits. That's really important. I hear many people talking about this altcoin season will be dead, the altcoins are dead, altcoins will not perform the same as in the past. That might be true, but you also have to realize that in this part of the cycle, it should be the narrative that altcoins are dead and altcoins will never recover. Because if we still had the sentiment that altcoins are good, altcoins are going to go crazy, then we still need more blood in the markets. We need every single one who doubts even 2% about their altcoin get out of the markets, get shaken out, all of them leave. So there is a new bottom of strong holders, and that will be the low where we can take off from. And all those people that doubted their altcoins, doubted their charts, doubted because of their emotional cloud, their emotional judgment, they will jump back once they get that bullish emotions again. I've been so many times through this cycle, and guys, it's so important that you are aware of these cycles within yourself as well, because this is knowledge you bring the rest of your life. So how is this going to look, guys? So that looks pretty quick, actually. Like, we have Bitcoin just forming, like I said in this video, latest video, like ABC correction right here. 60-day cycle low can be here. Maybe we go a little bit lower, and then we maybe go we maybe have a little bit further correction, or we already see the 60-day cycle low. There's no confirmation of that yet. That's not really that clear. Time will tell whether that's the case. Then the next weeks ahead, and maybe the next 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months, Bitcoin is going to rally, going to new all-time highs, and then here we're going to top within that 440, 180k range in this green zone right here. Then we are going to move sideways. This is where the large cap altcoins are going to outperform. Maybe Bitcoin is going to go already a little bit lower. Then we can see maybe some like between some pump in the Bitcoin price, because it will never go linear down. Then it will go even more down when it's coming into alt caps, or in the small cap, sorry. Then maybe it gets a little bit higher. Who knows exactly how this is going to play out, but like I said, it will not be a linear line. Then we are going to enter the bear market, guys, where Bitcoin is going to get smashed and maybe even going to get back to, we don't even know, maybe we're going to get back to $30,000 to this level right here for the next bear market low. Maybe it will be 45 or 50k, maybe something right here. But this time is going to come, and it's very difficult for you to imagine this right now. What do you mean? Bitcoin going to 40, 50, 40 or 30k? It will happen. There will come a big crisis, so we have to prepare for that. Eventually it will go down. This is the ebb and flow of the markets. The same that you have a very difficult time believing right here that Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000. Right here, you will have a very difficult time believing that Bitcoin is going to go all the way back to 50, 40 and 30k US dollars. But this, guys, is really helpful, because most people, they look just on the look on the day what is happening with the price. Based on that, they create an emotional state. That emotional state is going to be leading for the investment decisions. But what we are doing right now, guys, this is basically anticipating. We are looking in the future at a potential scenario which can help us already anticipating it. And the biggest advantage of this is that it isn't a surprise when this is playing out. When this is playing out, you're just like, okay, we are seeing it unfolding. I can act. I'm actually already expecting this. So that is the strength about anticipating the future in such a macro way, because the surprise effect is gone. There's a less chance that you are caught up in the emotional stage of the markets at that specific moment, guys. Okay, I hope you guys like this video. Drop a thumbs up if you did. If you also like to open some trades like I'm doing over on Bit2Next, over on Phoenix, then make sure to join with the affiliate link down below and enjoy these deposit bonuses and discounts on your fees. It actually saves a lot of money, guys. And on both Phoenix and Bit2Next, you don't need any KYC, because I personally live in a restricted country as well. So I don't have any KYC on these exchanges. And you can always, guys, like I did as well, you can always only trade with the deposit bonus as well. But you gotta be disciplined for yourself to, when you deposit and get the deposit bonus, that you don't touch your own funds that you've deposited in this exchange. If you want to do that strategy, because that's just opening free trades, right? And you can withdraw those profits. I did it personally myself as well. So yeah, guys, check that out if you are interested in it. I want to wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.